In those days, in 1893, there was a tussle between the British government, British Indian government and Afghanistan about the demarcation of their boundary. So it was decided that a commission should be set up to clarify the boundaries of Afghanistan and British India. In the British delegation there was a clerk. His name was Sayyid Chand Badshah. He was an ordinary clerk, basically a stenographer. So he was an Ahmadi. So one day while the dinner was finished and Sahibzada Sahib was going back to his own camp, Sayyid Chand Badshah followed him and he said, "Sir, I have a book for you if you would accept my present." So Sahibzada Sahib became very happy and he said, "Well, I would very much like to have a book here because I don't have many books here. All the day we spend on this boundary thing." So this book was Aina Kamalat Islam of Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam. Sahibzada Sahib took the book from him and the next day he called Sayyid Chand Badshah. Sayyid Chand Badshah was very scared. He thought that maybe I have done the wrong thing to present a book to the delegation of Afghanistan. So Sahibzada Sahib asked him a few questions about Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam and then told him that I was expecting the coming of the Messiah in this age and I received revelation, so many revelations that I thought that it may be that I am being raised as the promised Messiah, and I would shudder at the thought of it because I did not find myself to be competent. But then suddenly you gave me this book and you solved my problem, and he is definitely the Mahdi. So Hazrat Sahibzada Abdul Latif, in the delegation there were some students were also with Sahibzada Sahib. One of the nearest and dearest student of Sahibzada Abdul Latif Sahib was Hazrat Maulvi Abdur Rahman Sahib. So he gave some gifts and some dry fruit and sent him to Qadian. And he instructed him that when he go there, he should meet the promised Messiah, stay with him for some time, and but do not do the bath. You should first give me the report of how you find the promised Messiah and what sort of life he's spending there.
हज़रत मौलवी अब्दुर रहमान साहब काबली जो थे वो हज़रत साहिबजादा सैयद अब्दुल लतीफ़ शहीद की तरफ से उनके सफ़ीर की तौर पे पहले कई दफ़ा कादियान आ चुके थे और हज़रत मसीह मौऊद अलैहिस्सलाम से मिल चुके थे। आखिरी मरतबा 1900 में आप कादियान तशरीफ़ लाए और ये वो वक्त था जब आज़ाद कबाइल वज़ीरी, आफरीदी, मासूदी, इन कबाइल में अंग्रेज़ों के ख़िलाफ़ जिहाद की एक तहरीक जारी हुई थी और जो काबुल का अमीर था अब्दुर रहमान, उसने खुद एक रिसाला तहरीर करवा के शाया करवा के सरहद में तकसीम किया हुआ था जिसमें जिहाद की तहरीक थी और इसके नतीजे में मुसलमान और इस्लाम जो है ये बदनाम हो रहा था जिहाद के गलत नतीजे अकीदे की वजह से, उसकी गलत इस्तिंबात की वजह से। चुनाचे उस दौर में हज़रत मसीह मौऊद अलैहिस्सलाम ने बाज़ रसाइल शाया फरमाए जिसमें जिहाद, इस्लामी जिहाद का असल मकसद और उसकी हकीकत को आश्कार किया और पूरा खोल के उसकी वजाहत की। चुनाचे 1900 में जब हज़रत मौलवी अब्दुर रहमान साहब कादियान तशरीफ़ लाए तो उस वक़्त उन्होंने वो सारे रसाइल पढ़े और आपके सामने जिहाद की पूरी वो जो हकीकत थी वो सामने आ गई। और जब आप वापस गए हैं काबुल तो वहां जाके आपने जिहाद का ये अकीदा बाज़ लोगों के सामने रखा, इस मसलक को बयान किया कि असल इस्लामी अकीदा और असल इस्लामी नज़रिया तो ये है जिहाद का। इस पर बाज़ लोगों ने अमीर काबुल के पास आपकी शिकायत कर दी और ख़ास तौर पे उनके जो उस अमीर के जो कुछ पंजाबी मुलाजिम थे और वो हज़रत मौलवी साहब के बहुत मुखालिफ थे, उन्होंने इस बात को बहुत हवा दी। चुनाचे उसी वक़्त आपको नज़रबंद कर दिया गया और वस्त 1901 में आपको बड़ी बेदर्दी के साथ आपके गले में कपड़ा डाल के और आपका दम बंद करके आपको शहीद कर दिया गया। और ये खबर हज़रत मसीह मौऊद अलैहिस्सलाम को नवंबर 1901 में मिली, जब हज़रत मौलवी अब्दुस्तार साहब अपने 3 साथियों के साथ हजूर की ज़ियारत के लिए कादियान तशरीफ़ लाए। तो उस मौके पे फिर हज़रत मसीह मौऊद अलैहिस्सलाम ने उस पेशगोई का भी बयान किया जो शाताने तुस बहाने के 2 बकरे ज़िबा किए जाएंगे।
When the commission's work finished and Sabzada Sahib went back to Kabul, he decided to go on Hajj. The idea was that on his way to Hajj he will meet Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wassalam at Qadian, and from there he will go proceed for Hajj. So he told the king that he wanted to go for Hajj. The king became very happy. He gave him a lot of money, and he said that, the king said that you go there and please pray for us all in Makkah and Medina. Hazrat Sabzada Sahib left Kabul. The king himself, riding a horse and with some cavalry, came outside Kabul to bid farewell to Sabzada Sahib. So from this you can see the position of Sabzada Sahib in the government. The king himself came out and bid him farewell outside Kabul. Sabzada Sahib arrived at Lahore, and in Lahore he was told that due to cholera epidemic, there was a quarantine and people are not allowed from India to go for Hajj. So Sabzada Sahib immediately decided to go to Qadian. So Sabzada Sahib said to Hazrat Maulana Nuruddin Sahib that please take me to the mosque where Masih Maud alayhi salam will come, and please instruct to the people that nobody should point to him that this is Masih Maud. He said, God has given me the inner sight, inner spiritual sight, and I will recognize him. If he is the real promised Messiah and the true promised Messiah, his face will tell me that this is the man. They said, all right. Masjid Mubarak was a very small place in those days. Hardly 10 people could stand there to have their prayers. By chance, Hazrat Sabzada Sahib sat just next to the door through which promised Messiah used to enter the mosque. He was wearing a blanket, and he just sat there. After some time, the door opened, and the promised Messiah ﷺ came out of the door. And Sabzada Sahib looked up, and immediately he grabbed his foot and started crying. It seems that as if Hazrat Masih Maud ﷺ was also told by God that Abdul Latif has come, because he did not ask any question. He just said, Abdul Latif Sahib, aap aa gaye. And then he was still crying. So Masih Maud ﷺ asked him to stand up and meet him, but he wouldn't. And then Hazrat Masih Maud ﷺ said, Al-amru fawqul adab. No, when you are told to do something, that is more important rather than showing modesty. So Sabzada Sahib got up and they embraced each other. And after the prayers, Sabzada Sahib entered into his bath through. He put his hand in his hand and did his bath once again. This is how he arrived in Qadian. He stayed there for about 3 or 4 months in Qadian. Now, when he was in Qadian, Hazrat Masih Maud ﷺ wanted him to stay on for some time, maybe a year or so. But Sabzada Sahib insisted and said that I would like to go back now. So Huzur agreed, and he was given a farewell. At about 2.5 miles outside Qadian, there is a canal, and there they stood for some time, and then Sabzada Sahib was crying all the time. Then while Masih Maud ﷺ was standing there, Sabzada Sahib went down and got hold of Masih Maud ﷺ's feet and was crying all the time. So Masih Maud ﷺ said, Sabzada Sahib, please stand up. But he would not. So Hazrat Masih said, Al-amru fawqul adab. If an order is given, that has to be obeyed. So Sajjada Sahib stood up, embraced Hazrat Masih and said, Huzur, I think this is our last meeting in this world. Masih kept quiet, didn't say a word. Then Ahmad Nur Kabli, who was a pupil of Hazrat Sabzada Abdul Latif Shahidi Marhoom, and who later on, after the martyrdom, he took the body out of Hazrat Sabzada Sahib from the rubble under which his body was laid. So he said to Hazrat Masih, Huzur, I don't want to go. I want to be with you all the time. So Masih said, Ahmad Nur Sahib, you please go with Sabzada Sahib because you will return to us. And so they left for Lahore,